Hi guys. I know I haven't been online for a while. One of the posts I had put up, one of the videos, titled A Hairy Subject. I'd asked you guys to share scriptures or what you had been taught in regards to our hair. And only had 2 people that actually shared a thought as to why we do the hair. And I took time to study and pray and reflect on it. Now, this is not me wanting to persecute anybody. This is me edifying myself. And hopefully us working together, we're edifying each other. All right. I'm not sitting here saying I'm a primary authority. It's not the goal at all. I have said I've had questions. I've tried to speak to those in our leadership and didn't get anywhere with them, which really has surprised me. And so now this is me reaching out to the brothers and sisters in the Pentecostal church and asking them to share what they've heard, what they understand scripturally, so I can look at it closer, because I'm not finding what we're being taught. And I want to see if anybody else can show me. Yeah. And like I said, it edifies me and it edifies anybody else who's a part of it. Nothing more. But this video isn't going to get into what was presented yet. I wanted to point out one thought, and then I'll make another one on one of those points that was shared with me. In the beginning, God created the world. He spoke everything into existence. It was his word. He spoke his word and it came forth. So if he said, let there be a cow, there was a cow. Okay. And the word was God. The word was with God, and the word was made flesh and dwelt among us. And we behold the beauty of the only begotten of the Father, the Son, Jesus Christ. All right. The word enwrapped in flesh. Right. So in the beginning, in Genesis, when he said, let there be a cow, it was the word, and the word was robed in flesh of a cow. A cow. Now, today, you could take a cow to a butcher, and the butcher processes the cow, and you have all kinds of specialty meats that come from the cow. But it is no longer a cow. It is parts of a cow. Okay? So it's parts of the word that was spoken of God that established the cow. Okay, it's part of the word, not the whole word. All right. So you can't take a slab of beef liver and throw it in a field and expect it to roam around like a cow, eat grass like a cow, moo like a cow, and if it's a female, give milk, right? It's not going to happen because it's part of the cow. It's not the cow. It's not the word God spoke in the beginning and robed in flesh of a cow. It's not a cow. It's part of a cow. So that is where I'm having the problems with the Pentecostal church, okay? Because they have said, and I've been in the church 40 years before God opened my understanding to something, and I stepped out not to offend my brethren, okay? I don't want to cause problems. I'm trying to understand, okay? So if God spoke it in his word, that this is what is to be, like the cow, and these were the things that made the cow. You can't take part of the cow, like the liver, and say this is the cow. It is part of the cow. So when I'm saying things like God established the Nazirite vow as holiness in the Old Testament, and it was an individual's choice to decide to live in that holiness and consecrate it unto God. It was their choice to live in that Nazirite vow. The Nazirite vow was for man and woman in the Old Testament. And you couldn't pick and choose what you followed in the Nazirite vow. If he said, this is what you do, you had to do all of it. You know, so you did the hair, you did the dietary laws, you did the don't go around things that are dead. And I mean, you did it all for it to be deemed a holiness unto God, a consecration unto God. And that's his established word. So my problem with the Pentecostal church is them picking sections of what was said to be holiness in the Old Testament and saying we have to live by these pieces of those spoken words of the Old Testament. We have to live by pieces of it. And that's our holiness. But nowhere does it say in the New Testament that that's what we're to do. And then on top of it, his word is unchanging. It's forever settled. It's forever established. So if he said that a man could have long hair in the Nazarite vow and it's holiness to him, as long as he finished and fulfilled all the other requirements in the Nazarite vow, then we have no right persecuting a man with long hair. If he's living by the Nazarite vow, we can't say it's not holiness. Okay? And the same for a woman. You can't say your hair is holiness if you don't fill the rest of the Nazarite vow. Because in the process, you're picking and choosing parts of the cow, part of the word, not the whole word that God spoke. And that's where my problem comes in at. So when I was sharing the first message on a hairy subject, I only had 2 people that brought out points that they had heard as to why we live by the hair and we're not just walking by faith and not by sight. All right. And so the next 2 videos are going to be on those 2 points. So I hope that clarifies more of what I'm concerned about. And yeah, it's life. All right. I have questions. I'm looking for answers. I'm sharing what I'm seeing. I'm asking you to share what you see. I'm not sitting here trying to persecute. I really am concerned that we're screaming that the beef liver is the word of God when it's only part of the word of God, part of the cow. Okay. And I don't want to live by part of what he said to do. I want to live as a whole. And I'm not saying I want to live by the laws in Moses' day. We live by grace and faith now. All right. But I don't understand why we're persecuting those that don't just, don't follow our image as to what is holiness when we live by faith, not by sight. So why are we persecuting people who come to God because they don't fit our idea of what is holiness? And why are we proclaiming this holiness when it's only part of what God established in the laws as to what is holiness, right? Because the holiness I have seen at this point is Ephesians 4. And it says that it's to create the new man in this image of holiness unto God. And it's mindset. It's your thinking. It's how you treat people. It had nothing to do with appearance. So by all means, share what you have been taught in regards to holiness and why we're living it, and allow me the opportunity to edify myself, and hopefully, like I said, in studying and bringing forth scriptures yourself, you're being edified of God too. That's what we're called to do, study to show ourselves approved. Don't get mad. I'm not here to get mad. I really just want to know, what have you heard? Why are we following this? And I'm not seeing it. So by all means, give me your scriptures. Let me look it up. And we'll talk about it. Love you guys. And going to the next video. So, bye.